What is up, everyone? In today's video, a breakdown of all the major dollar pairs alongside gold. So stay tuned, let's dive in and see what is going on within the Forex market. Starting off with the dollar index, and all I can say is that Fabio is back in business, baby. So yeah, as pretty much exactly explained in yesterday's video, the dollar index faked out on that swing high, tapped in towards an area of supply, and boom, broke down back in towards the downside. So what is currently going on? Well, currently the 1 hour time frame is bullish. So as you can see, we had that falling wedge with the 1, 2, 3 breakout in towards the highs, creation of a new higher high, higher low, higher high. And now what am I waiting for? Well, I'm waiting for that potential next leg up and final leg up before the real dump to occur. So quickly drawing in a Elliott wave, what we can see over here is that we have that first impulse, first pullback. So 1, 2, 3. So that third wave is the biggest wave. Now one more pullback in towards that area of demand before the fifth wave back up in towards the highs, taking out the high and then pulling back in towards the downside one more time. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm waiting for on the dollar index. But for this to happen, we do need to see liquidation, because as we can clearly see, this is a clean move, and I never take longs from an area of demand if there has been a clean move prior. So what I want to see is kind of initial tap out, then one more pullback, take out the liquidity low, and then look for that long, because I only take trades once we see liquidation, as I do not otherwise trust it. So going back in towards the 4 hour, 4 hour is still pretty much looking the same. We also have some 4 hour imbalance over here, which caused us to take out this high. Now quickly looking at the daily, this is a daily area of supply, so we could just see the dollar index crash down further. And yeah, this isn't going to be like a long-term swing. It's just a short and lower time frame potential trade, which is lining up and which is only going to occur if we do see that liquidation happen. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, that's a dollar index. Now Aussie dollar, what can I say? Explained it in yesterday's video. Supply, take it off the high, boom, big drop of approximately 70 pips. So yeah, what's going on now? Well, now we have this liquidity high over here. We have imbalance over here at the top, which could cause us now to fall once again once we tap in towards that area of supply. So just keep an eye out for that. I'll be looking at the lower time frame, for instance 15-minute, to see if we see like a lower time frame trend change, which is going to indicate, okay, the price is ready to fall. Because at the moment we need to see pretty much the same as on the dollar index, right? Because the dollar index is falling, Aussie dollar, euro dollar are all flying because of it, because that inverse correlation, excuse me. So yeah, just keep that in mind when looking at Aussie dollar. But yeah, there is a potential short on the boards. I'm not like the biggest fan, but we do have kind of like a head and shoulders pattern over here. Not like that I trade that, but still you could view it that way. So just keep that imbalance over there. Keep an eye on it. Then euro dollar. So what's happening to euro dollar? Well, at the moment, I know my chart looks a little bit complicated, but it's not really that complicated. So now looking at the daily is bullish. So what did we see over here? We saw like a push down, pull back, push down, pull back, push down, pull back, push down, boom, break of structure, new higher high creation, and we're currently seeing a pullback in towards the downside. So this is your area of daily demand, located over here at the 50% mark of the overall bullish swing range. So yeah, when you're looking at longs, you always want to kind of see price shift towards that 50% mark of the overall range, as the higher probability longs are always going to be from there. And that 50% mark also very oftenly acts as an area of support and resistance, and is kind of a magnet for the market. So now looking at the 4 hour, what can we see? Well, of course, like pretty much I explained yesterday, had like that push up, push down, small push up, small push down, small push up, small push down, boom, break of structure over here, pullback, boom, next dump. So what I'm currently looking at, and I'm going to go in towards the 1 hour for this. So look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is currently bearish. Why? Well, look over here, we had that break of structure. Just quickly drawing in these breaks of structure for you. So look, over here we had high break, then boom, low break, right? So we're now currently bearish from boom, 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 Boom. So now what am I looking at? I'm looking at a potential tap in towards this supply zone, which is a demand zone on the dollar index. Remember that. So now looking at this current market, I'm going to be looking for a potential short from this area of supply to trade euro dollar one more time down, back down to at least take out this low over here and kind of move in towards this area of 4-hour demand. So this is a sell for the big buy. So this is kind of like the area that you want to see price move towards. This is also the 50% mark. So this is a very nice spot to look for a potential long. So yeah, for now, just waiting for a potential short one more time down and then kind of form this 1, 2, 3 kind of like wedge formation, right? So we had this ascending wedge and I'm looking to trade this potential descending wedge. So yeah, that is it for euro dollar. Then we have pound dollar. So pound dollar fell back down in towards the downside. Really nice to see. We had this liquidation high. And then what's really nice to see as well is that, okay, look, we have kind of like this clean move. We have an obvious swing high. Market closes above the swing high. Everybody thinks, okay, it's time to go long. But then boom, what do we see? We see that fall back down in towards downside. So what's really nice to see and what's really interesting to see is that this fair value gap over here is pretty much acting as your area of supply. So we of course saw that first tap into it over here, second tap, third tap, then boom, big sell-off. So what I'm currently waiting for is to see, okay, is pound dollar going to make another dump in towards the downside from this area of supply located over here? What do we need for that? We need to see some form of liquidation like on euro dollar, like on the dollar index. So I want to kind of see this double top, boom, sell off. So yeah, that is it for pound dollar. And then once we kind of like see that further push in towards the downside, we can then look for longs once we're kind of lower in price at, let's say, this 50% mark over here, which is your area of daily demand and which took out this daily downtrend, because now we're bullish over here on the daily. If you kind of view it in small terms, like you could see this as a push down, pull back, push down, boom, push up. Now wait for that push down, liquidation low, and then boom, look for the new long. So yeah, that's a potential trade which is on the boards. Now last of all, gold. A lot of people requesting gold. So look, what happened to gold yesterday is pretty much a reaction to this area of demand located over here on the 4-hour. This is a fair value gap over here, which caused price to skyrocket in towards the highs. And alongside that, what we saw, is that fake out on this swing low over here, right? So I explained it in yesterday's video, right? These swing lows are really important, because once we see liquidation on these swing lows, that is what causes the market to kind of reverse. And then in correlation with this demand zone / fair value gap, that is what caused price to reverse in towards the highs. However, now looking at the 1 hour, 1 hour is still bearish though. So looking at this 1 hour, I'm just gonna switch everything off, go into dark mode. I just like using dark mode for focus. So look, what's happening over here is we have this uptrend. So boom, up, pull back, up, pull back, up. Kind of like a wedge formation over here with the 1, 2, 3, boom, sell off. So what happens, we see a break of structure on this low over here, then a pullback happen with again another wedge, 1, 2, 3, boom, sell off in towards the downside. So what is currently happening potentially, we're potentially going to see one more sell off in towards downside. Just quick Elliott wave over here in between with the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then potential fifth wave in towards that area of daily demand and 4-hour demand. Just keep that in mind. But for this to happen, we do kind of need to see a new break in structure on this 1 hour. So what I'm waiting for is to see, okay, can we take out this low over here, this structural low, then wait for a pullback, then look for a further short. You could already short from here, but there's no like obvious areas of supply indicating that I'm going to be wanting to short. So yeah, this could be a potential kind of like 1 to 3.24 for you over here. Personally not going to be taking it because I don't see any obvious areas of supply in combination with liquidation, but still you could kind of view this as a potential wedge, but yeah, it's not really high probability. So I am personally skipping this short until we see like obvious bearish momentum kick into the market, take out this low over here, boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I'm not going to be surprised if we do see one more sell-off on gold. So yeah, maybe this trend line is going to do the trick. I might be looking for a short once we kind of see some rejection at this trend line. I think there's a pretty high risk to reward trade to be taken. Kind of maybe something like this. Yeah, maybe a little bit smaller stop loss, something like that. 1 to 4.3. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, well, yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. I want 10k subscribers. I want to make my family proud. Thank you. Wish you all a fantastic day, and bye.